Well, here we are again. Monday, 12th of April, 7:20. I don't think I've ever been down here this early. Christine sent me away to do so she can get everything put away. It's a bit of a weird one, checking the water levels at this time of morning. The pub's not open, I've got some coffee. So, well, it's been a funny old year, hasn't it? Let's get this out of the way straight away. She's not really talking to me. Well, it's a bit of a sensitive subject really, and I wasn't being facetious. It's like sort of, well, you know about Prince Philip, sadly passed away, and Christine got it on the notifications first of all and told me, and I said, oh, blooming heck, he's not far off 100, was he? I was being genuine, serious. So she said, no, 2 months. I said, blooming heck, I wonder if he'd got a letter from the Queen. So, well, she went on one then, didn't she? You're anti-royals, you don't like the Queen. Well, bloody hell, I nearly choked on my swan sandwich. Right, so anyway, I'm off now to show you what they've done down at the ferry, because I believe, well, looking on the Facebook, they put some big marquees up so that people can, regardless of the weather, it's cold, it's bloody cold. I think it's 1 degree at the moment, but I'm not bothered about that as long as it stays dry. So where will be my first proper water level checking session? Well, let's see. Yeah, so apparently in the ferry they've got big marquees, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And I think every pub virtually on the river will be open. They've all got beer gardens. King's Arms up Woodham. See, I said if we get there early enough and set off, get everything put away, we could set off and get to Womack Water for 10 o'clock. She said, why? I said, well, King's Arms is opening at 10. She said, you're not that desperate to get a beer, are you? I said, yeah. I mean, when was the last time I went in a pub? Well, you can't go in a pub, can you? Well, don't get me going about that face mask outside. What's that about? Anyway, hopefully. Ooh, it's bloody cool. One, I've got a new toy. I've got a new drone, which I can fly anywhere because it's under 250 grams. So can we just put that out that if you see me flying a drone or you see the footage of the drone, which no doubt you will, it is quite legal. I won't be taking off. I try to avoid people as best I can. It's not a legal requirement as long as I'm not flying over crowds. It's like a toy, but it's got a really good camera on it. And yeah, in fact I might even just get it out in a minute. Please behave. Right, yeah, so we're going to just set off as soon as she's got things put away. Oh, I should have brought some gloves with me. Oops, Ferry Road looks like it's been flooding again. Right. I'm wondering what it's going to be like on the rivers later on. Will it be busy? Well, there's going to be a lot of people. Get that hand in that pocket. There's going to be a lot of people on private boats. I don't know about how many IRs will be out. We will see. Anyway, I'll show you what the bloody thing's gone off in front. I don't like it when it does that. I have to change that. Right, so I'll show you in front of me, I won't be speaking much. For the marinas. Really? I'll send the drone up. Not to show you the marquees. If I can reach from here. Making a bit up, it's bloody freezing. Yeah, can you see that from there? Two marquees there. Plenty of undercover seating. Done a really good job there.
Take a break from life for a while. Close my eyes and fly into the moon. Close my eyes and flying straight to you. Sipping bubbly by the deep blue.
Back to the boat now. 8:10. But I just got chatting to somebody down there at the ferry end and asked him if it's alright to get my drone out. I thought everybody knew what a drone was. And he said yeah, so anyway, they're probably keeping the marquees, or at least one of them, for a few months, even after the May the 17th, when you can go back inside. Because if it pees down, it's not a bad idea, that. They have no idea how busy they're going to be. Well, it's the lap of the gods, isn't it, with the weather and stuff. Right, so I flew my drone, which you'll have probably already seen by now. And it's a lovely little thing. You have to play with the settings on it though and get things sorted. Right. Oh, it's very fresh. But it's one of those head out the roof days. Nice and dry. Wobble that on. This one's alright, my Jack Wolfskin. It's got, well actually, it's not too bad, it's got ear flaps. To keep your ears warm, so I might just keep this on because it's sunny. Yeah, right. Let's see if she's sorted. tideway. Not really showing it to something, but then sloppy in here. Very sloppy in here.
Would you want to put these in?
Very slippy. Are we ready for off?
Yeah, do you want to put these in car?
Have you got my keys?
Yeah.
The sun rose over the valley for the first time in a while. It feels like a new dawn is breaking, and I'm free to laugh like a child. Is this what it feels like to be right where you're meant to be? This is a new beginning. Yeah, this is just a start. We won't forget this feeling, but wait for the best part. The world resumed turning, like everything's gonna change, and we can stop all the yearning and just exist in today. Is this what it feels like to be right on time? It's a new beginning. Yeah, this is just the start. The best part. Stars and planets align, and it can last for forever, but I think the future looks bright. This is a new beginning, yeah, this is just the start.
Well, good morning, April the 12th. Captain Slog, 5 to 9. Really early start this morning for the first day. So, the plan last week was to go to Coldshaw. But I've been checking the webcam, Barnes webcam. Not a chance. Low tide, it's only been 6 foot 6. We need at least 6'10". But as you can probably see from up there, I'll tell you about that in a minute. It's glorious. It's not very warm, about 9 degrees. Well, it's got to be 9 degrees later. Yeah, so we was going to go to Coldshaw, but that's out the near that. That's going to be bombing me all week. She decided, as we were coming down, to get a cold. Start coughing. I said, you're not coming out with me, you start coughing. I think it's COVID. And she has 2 lateral flow tests a week, see, so and everything's okay that way, but it's like Have you had a lens set, dear? It's like in it before. You used to fart, you used to cough to hide it, now you fart to hide a cough. So I've just had a walk down to the ferry, and as you will have probably seen already, I flew my little toy, and that looks as though it's going to be okay there, but you can never tell how busy it's going to be, especially on the first day. Mark and Pat, some of our owners, have been looking after the boat because they live in Potterham, and they've cleaned it. It's absolutely spotless. And it seems to be running very, very smoothly. So yes, anyway, we're heading up to Neatishead, I think. So I'll have to check the water levels there, which is, I have actually told somebody off for that before when they said they were checking the water levels at the White Horse. Now, can you do that with no bloody water there? So I'm going to have to be an hypocrite, aren't I? Yeah. I think she's talking to me now, though, again. I said I were only joking about Prince Philip. Not very tasteful, she says. Not very tasteful. Never mind. Oh no, we're not good. I've lost the plot slightly. I put the camera on then to go past St Benet's Abbey to have a look at the moorings. But we're not going, we're going up the Ant, aren't we? Oh well. I'll do that little one next time. I won't be taking her out. She keeps coughing like that. And if I get it, I'm in trouble. I don't really can see that because I can't see the viewfinder. Slow down. I've got the start with the cough. I've got the away app on because my Ulysses was now just flicking between full numbers, like from 4 miles an hour to 5 miles an hour. It weren't showing in between bits. So this one, I don't know the no. This one, but it shows the river as well. Away, A-W-E-I-G-H. Yeah, it's supposed to be round about low water. Well, about an hour ago. But this looks very high. And this is the second only boat we've seen today so far. I'm thinking there might be a few more later from Richardson's, possibly. Boom, boom, boom. It's going out the tide. Still. Maybe I've got my tide tables mixed up again. I actually do not know what day it is. Right. Yeah, because we're going against the tide now, you see. So I'll come back to you and get to London Bridge, I think. Now then, very fresh up there. So we're just coming up to London Bridge now. Now then, I have got too many gadgets again, as I have been told. Is that working? I have a cunning plan. I'm just using this camcorder for camcording, my GoPro for selfies and little bits on top, my new GoPro that is, and my old GoPro I'm just going to leave running for as long as I can. Keep putting a new card in it, new batteries, blah blah blah, and I'm just going to upload 2 lots of footage. One, the normal vlog on the river, and the other one just river footage. Some people like that, some people don't want to listen to anybody rabbiting on. Yeah, so I'll put some music to it and leave some people like it without music, so I shall leave parts of it without music. So what have we got planned for this week? Well, we're winging it. We was looking at going down south. We would have gone down south if the tides would allow, and if we got here on Saturday. But it was only having 5 days, 5 nights. We're just going to mooch about around the north, and obviously we've got a lot of places that we can go to, but we don't know which order we're going to do it in. It's a bit like Andre Previn and Eric Markham. He's playing the right notes, but not necessarily in the right order. So we don't know where we're going. Well, we do now. We're going to Neatishead. Now then, you see, we don't know whether we're going to stay there, because it's only got to be about 12 o'clock when we get there. So we don't know whether we're going to stay there or see if we can get into the beer garden for a couple. And then go somewhere else, maybe Sunstay, because they've got a beer garden open. Just have to check it out online. I don't know what day they're opening. That was one of my plans as well, check all the beer gardens, which ones would be open. Now I know this one is, I know King's Arms at Luddermisk. We'll have to loiter here in a minute. Lion at Thurn. What else? Equilbridge. New Inn at Awnings. See, the awning ones are no good to us because we've come away from awning, haven't we? So the New Inn at Awnings not open till Wednesday. The Swan's open, I think. What else? Eight-foot. Now I wonder if Lisa's about. Oh, I mean, I'll give your name away, sorry. Look at that. Right in her spot for filming. She's not about. Replacing cages, but I don't think it's it's a bit fresh out here, you know. Why? Yeah, so could be Sutton Staithe. I wonder what the bridge out Wayford would be. I've not been to... I think I have been to the Cross Keys at Dillon many years ago with my brother. But that bridge can be pretty low if you're not careful. We only just managed to squeeze under it a couple of years ago. So I think we're looking for electric hookup to get these heaters on at night because it's bloody cold. But if not, we'll just leave the heater on for a bit. Have we got electric cards, dear? Yes. How many? How many is that? Pardon? Quite a few enough. Okay. Multitasking and me. Back to flaps. Can't beat a good pair of flaps around the ears. No, seriously, if you're thinking of something rude there, it's your mind, not mine. Started with that cough on it. So I've seen about 5 boats so far. Another one here. All private, obviously, because the hire boats won't be out till later. We're just coming up to our well. It's bloody fresh out there, that's for sure. That's why I've got my flaps on. I'll put my gloves on in a minute as well. That wind getting up, I don't want wind. Wind and rain are not my friends. You'll have to take that down only when he's going through London Bridge. Galatea. I wonder how many people have actually been sleeping on their boats since the 29th of March. Not liveaboard ones, I mean people that have got private boats. Because there was a thread in one of the forums about it's not actual law. If you've got somewhere you can legally stay, then you can do. It's just that they've not advertised that very much, have they? They've said you shouldn't until the 12th. Well, we've almost always abided by guidance. As best we can. Problem is you don't know what is what nowadays, do you? It changes bloody daily virtually. You've got to wear a face covering to go in a beer garden. I don't know. No. I mean that, I don't understand that, do you? What about, have you seen people in their own car, just them, with the face covering on? I don't get that. I just don't get it. Nobody else in the car. I just can't. Can somebody tell me a reason why? Are you one? Do you drive in your car just you with your face covering on? Is it because you're ugly? I wasn't talking to anybody in particular then, by the way, so don't take offence. I'm trying to be good and not to offend anybody in this new woke lifetime that we're living. They're easily offended though, aren't they, these snowflakes? One minute. Some woman pulled me up. There you go again. A couple of weeks ago in Tesco, I said something to her. Well, I think she heard me going, Well, she bent over to get some off the bottom shelf. Called me a sexist. I said, oh God, you're not one of these feminists, are you? Bloody man up and grow up her, I said. I don't think that's the right thing to say, is it? So, I'm not going to be sexist. Too much. I'm not going to be racist, you can't get away with that, can you? Well, not even Irish jokes. Maybe a couple of Scottish ones. Hey, what about that one? This is one for Russell. 2 Scottish ducks on a tandem. And the one on the back goes quack, quack. And the one on the front says, can you go any quacker? Get it? Quacker. Look, if I have to explain every bloody joke to you, it's not going to work this. Right, so that's how we'll be quiet. So what time would you reckon the first boats will be coming out of Richardson's? 1 o'clock? Possibly? Maybe earlier? So we'll try and get somewhere moored up away from them, I think. Possibly the same down at Potterham, won't it? Herbert Woods. Don't moor up there when they're coming in and going out. We got clattered a couple of years ago. There was no reason for this guy just to go as wide as he did. And as he swung in to go into the yard, the back end it was only just like sort of rushed us, but thinking, well, if you've been on the boat for a week and you're still doing that. Anyway, but maybe he'd only been on the day and gone back, so I don't know, so don't judge. Right, Thursday coming up. I think I'll leave the camera on for that. I don't want to get too much footage because I don't want to be spending hours and hours and hours and hours editing it. Actually, no, I'll switch off a minute. Cameras on, do you? Yeah, they're too close to me with that cold, I don't want to be getting that. So I just posted a picture of the ferry inn, the marquees at the ferry inn. And before when I flew my drone I took a picture of it at the side, and when I get a chance I need to get my phone connected to internet, because it's on the phone I just have for flying the drone. It's not connected to data. I tried unlocking it but that went tits up. So yeah, so I've got a nice picture from the river of the sideways, so I'm going to post that on the Facebook group, our page, once we get sorted up at Neatishead. See, this is the thing, we could come to here, couldn't we? We've got Neatishead and then come this way and then more here. If there's any room. We've never moored here. The problem being, if there is no room and we're looking for that electricity, we'd end up turning back round again. Oh well. See how we go. I might have said it once or twice before in previous videos, but I could live here. Nice little village. Well, could I live here? I don't think there's a pub nearby, is there? So, what time did we set off? About 10 to 9. What? It's only 25 past 10. How did I have 3 hours in my mind for this? It's been a long time since we were here. It's only got to be 2 hours then, isn't it? Oh well, we can do the walk. Do the walk over now. Because we're coming up to Norfolk Broads now. And if you want to see the full journey, with that camera lass up there, battery's doing quite well. I don't know what's going on there. No, no, that's that long. Yeah, then you'll have to watch my other video without me rabbiting on. Right, put that other one back up there. Forward. Pardon?
2 of them on the roads.
2 what?
Kingfishers.
Oh, marvellous, isn't it? I miss it. I bloody missed it. real? They camera. It might be full.
Which side? This side?
Yeah.
Don't hit the manger.
Try not to. You coming out? Are you coming out? What do you say, Chris?
You gonna more up?
Yeah, are you coming out?
Take your time, that's fine, don't worry. Don't feel any pressure from me. You probably make a better job of it than I would.
Don't get near them.
We're going up near the...
Electric.
Yeah, just in case.
Right, here we are. Happy as can be.
Thank you so much for watching. Dave is chuffed to little mint balls, you got this far. Please subscribe, and you may win a t-shirt, just for clicking that little red button.